Hey Cram, you seen the new news? Yeah, there's been some cool things happen. Oh, fuck. Welcome back to A Few Bits of News. I'm TV Sliver, and today we're going over a few bits of news from the gaming industry and adjacent areas over the past week. We're back this week with yet another Activision Blizzard update, and boy do things keep getting worse. If you remember, 2 weeks ago, we addressed a little bit of Blizzard's hiring woes and an update on the California lawsuit. If you haven't seen that coverage, I recommend checking out that video here, as the news we're about to dive into takes that content a step further. Already seen it or just finished watching it? Welcome back and pull up a chair, this bonfire is booming. On September 13th, Kyle Kenworthy, former animator of Shell Games, went to Twitter to announce that Actiblizz is still managing to hire people despite being this badly on fire. No, those were not his words exactly, but last week he happily reported taking a senior animation position at Blizzard. His tweet paved the way for 2 subsequent hiring announcements only days later. Wowhead reported on the 15th that Activision Blizzard also hired 2 new senior executives, Julie Hodges coming out of Disney and Sandeep Dubey from Delta Airlines. Effective September 21st, Hodges will be leading all aspects of HR in the role of Chief People Officer, replacing Claudine Norton, who left the company after the California lawsuit. The other new hire, Dubey, who joins the company on the 27th, will serve as the Chief Commercial Officer. This role oversees the development and implementation of commercial strategy of Activision's global sales and go-to-market teams. Bobby Kotick, current Activision Blizzard CEO, weighed in on these choices, saying that these 2 outstanding leaders from companies with exceptional reputations will help us achieve our goal of becoming the best company to work for in the entertainment industry, while growing our reach, engagement, and player investment. The timing of this tone-deaf announcement couldn't have been worse. A Better ABK, the official Twitter account for the Activision Blizzard King employees backing the original California lawsuit, dropped a bombshell tweet revealing their partnership with the Campaign to Organize Digital Employees, or Code CWA for short. Tweeted out on September 14th, the tweet mentions a Federal Labor Board complaint filed against the company, this time accusing them of violating federal labor law through coercive rules, actions, and statements. The complaint goes into specifics, accusing Activision of illegally telling staff they cannot discuss ongoing investigations, threatening or disciplining employees because of their activism, deploying surveillance and interrogations targeting legally protected activism, and maintaining a social media policy that infringes on workers' rights. Canadian-American magazine Vice further expanded on this complaint after getting the chance to speak to several current Activision Blizzard employees. Remaining anonymous for their own safety, one employee said, "Some employees have recently been told their performance was not up to par by their lead, even though they had been doing well. We think since they're being so outspoken, leadership is trying to get rid of them." The statement continued, going on to say that the person in question had been outspoken in internal company channels, and as a result of these tactics they've noticed some people going completely silent, some of which have quit the company and the gaming industry altogether. A second employee also currently reported that Blizzard has been hemorrhaging people in the last few weeks, referring to employees quitting the company en masse. "We've seen retaliation already," the first employee said, continuing their talk with Vice, "so I'm scared." With what seems to be a trend, Actiblizz went out of their way to sweep this under the rug, burying it with news that got the WoW community buzzing. Blizzard announced the return of Mage Tower with Legion time walking in the new patch 9.15. This feature, originally from the Legion expansion, was a fan favourite and a requested feature ever since it was removed at the expansion's end. Returning are the same 7 spec-specific challenges from the original that are being tuned with the intention of providing a meaningful level of difficulty to current players. This new iteration offers recoloured versions of the Tier 20 sets, as well as a new Fel variant of the Werebear form for Guardian Druids and the Soaring Spelltome mount. Before the rewards were announced, WoW players were at each other's throats, arguing heavily all across the internet whether or not the company should bring back the original rewards. For those unfamiliar, the original Mage Tower rewards were prestigious, earned through considerably challenging content that was removed at the end of the expansion. Having the armour sets was a source of pride for many, who spent ungodly amounts of time farming them. The Blue Post announcing the content agreed with this sentiment, saying, "Reintroducing those same appearances now would diminish those players' accomplishments." Another 9.15 change also drew attention away from the ABK complaint. Sneaking into the PTR build were paintings. Yes, paintings, new HD updates to old wall artwork located in Stormwind and Ravenhold. On screen now are two of the confirmed changes. The one on the left modifies the character design to be more modest, where the one on the right, they flat out changed the painting entirely. Seeing this change begs the question if WoW is virtue signalling or legitimately trying to clean up their act. Given the fact the company dropped the beloved Mage Tower instead of commenting on the Federal Labour Board complaint, Aya thinks it's the former. She'll keep us posted about any subsequent updates. Remember last year's, and part of this year's dick swinging contest between Apple and Epic, where Apple accused Epic of breaking terms of service? The original complaint read that Epic was bypassing Apple's payment systems. Read that as Apple's cut of the profits from Fortnite, thus removing the game from the iOS storefront. And Epic basically stating Apple's system was a monopoly as defined by antitrust laws, and opted to take it to court for the good of all app developers, which is really only benefiting them. Basically put, it's all about money. After the long line of evidence where Epic's books were opened up while Apple's remained closed, the Peely character had to be explained, and other games and player bases were used as weapons against the other, in both court and in the media. California Judge Gonzalez Rogers took all the information and set about deciding a ruling. On September 10th, that ruling was made. Neither side lost, but both could take it as a win. Epic failed to prove Apple had broken any antitrust laws, yet Apple was ruled it couldn't block alternative payment methods from within apps, as that would constitute anti-competitive conduct under state law. However, the story hasn't ended yet, as journalist Mark Gurman tweeted out Apple's response. Today, the court has affirmed what we've known all along: the App Store is not in violation of antitrust law. As the court recognised, success is not illegal. Apple faces rigorous competition in every segment in which we do business, and we believe customers and developers choose us because our products and services are the best in the world. We remain committed to ensuring the App Store is a safe and trusted marketplace that supports a thriving developer community and more than 2.1 million US jobs, and where the rules apply equally to everyone. Of course, Epic head Tim Sweeney replied to this comment in the following series of tweets. Today's ruling isn't a win for developers or for consumers. Epic is fighting for fair competition among in-app payment methods and app stores for 1 billion consumers. Fortnite will return to the iOS App Store when and where Epic can offer in-app payment in fair competition with Apple's in-app payment, passing along the savings to consumers. Thanks to everyone who put so much time and effort into the battle over fair competition on digital platforms, and thanks especially to the court for managing a very complex case on a speedy timeline. We will fight on. So it seems Epic is going to go down swinging. With what, you ask? That's another question entirely. If one California lawsuit was not enough this week, Twitch stepped up to bat with a lawsuit of its own. The streaming giant filed a suit on Thursday against users Cruise Control and Creatine Overdose, who the company alleges were responsible for hate raiding LGBTQIA and black streamers in early August. Twitch alleges that the users evaded bans by creating an endless stream of alternate accounts, upwards of 3,000 accounts of which belong to user Cruise Control, and generated new combinations of words or hate raid code to get around platforms' hate speech detection systems. The pair allegedly created code that would hate raid automatically, and continued to do so even after Twitch began its bot prevention methods. Twitch's lawsuit currently does not name the users, although it is reported that the lawsuit will be updated once and or if the company discovers their real names. Outlets were reporting Cruise Control is a resident of the Netherlands and Creatine Overdose is a resident of Austria. Twitch said in a statement on the 10th, "These actors continue to work hard on creative ways to circumvent our improvements and show no intention of stopping. We hope this complaint will shed light on the identity of the individuals behind these attacks and the tools that they exploit, dissuading them from taking similar behaviours to other surfaces, and help to put an end to these vile attacks against members of our community." After reporting on this for several weeks now, we hope that by Twitch making an example out of these two, it finally brings resolution and improvements to the platform as a whole. The official Twitter account for Little Big Planet posted a service update to its games as they had an extended downtime to the LGP servers for the update 137 for its third game. However, the fans sort of got blindsided by its other announcement. Little Big Planet 1, 2, the PlayStation 3 version of Little Big Planet 3, and its Vita version will not be returning online after the downtime, leaving many unhappy. Although the game's communities have been online since 2008's first release, and the game series changed hands to Sumo Digital with the third game, since Media Molecule had moved on to its game creating as a game, Dreams, this is the first and only time any of the games have been permanently taken offline. The reason for this, as Massively OP reports, is that a troll found a workaround within the network and started to spread hateful comments back in May. Taking the servers offline, it seems the workaround has been patched in the PS4 network, but not in the PS3 and Vita servers. As they say, and we agree, this is why we can't have nice things. American poker fans, grab your tablets and get ready to earn yourself a spot among the Pokemon TCG giants. For the third year in a row, Creatures Inc., a Japanese video game affiliate of the Pokemon Company, announced their third annual Pokemon TCG Grand Prix contest on Tuesday of last week. If you're familiar with the contest, you might be thinking, Sliver, isn't that a Japanese-only contest? Well, not this year. The 2022 contest is for the first time being opened to US-based artists. This year's theme, The Daily Life of Pokemon, offers artists the choice between 8 different Pokemon, shown now on screen. Bulbasaur, Charizard, Pikachu, Arcanine, Galarian Rapidash, Scizor, Greninja, and Cramorant. Artists have been tasked to draw an illustration that captures the Pokemon going about its day, or an illustration that shows the Pokemon going about its day while adventuring or enjoying a moment in its daily life. Up to 3 unique entries per person are being accepted. If getting a chance to be judged by the Pokemon Company president himself, among other high-ranking judges, isn't enough, winners will have their illustration printed onto a promo card, along with cash prizes ranging between $500 to $5,000. The link to the official contest page has been put in the description down below. Well, the live THQ Nordic 10th anniversary happened, and we covered it. By that I mean both myself and Krem appeared on camera together for the first time on stream to talk and react to the event, which you'll never see, as despite emailing the publisher as instructed, I never got a reply. Worse still, after claiming everyone is welcome to restream, the event was mostly highly DMCA-able CGI trailers, first of which was the release of the trailer to Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed remake, which was basically a music video to band Rammstein's America reskinned. It's a good trailer that we can't show. This game was leaked via PlayStation's Twitter days before, so someone jumped the gun, but it's coming to PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox Series X and S at some point. Next up was the long-forgotten IP we were teased, that being Outcast 2, the sequel to a 22-year-old action-adventure game. Following that was information on Expeditions Rome, a CRPG with tactical combat set in historical Rome, explaining a few of the systems it has and the impact of choices you can make. After that, a brief trailer to off-road racing game MX vs ATV Legends, coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and PC. Superpower 3 was revealed next, reviving the classical geopolitical simulator. No more information on that as of yet. LX2 got another trailer with DMCA music on the side, but no new information was given. Coming to PC, turn-based tactics game Jagged Alliance 3 got a trailer and a minor bit of gameplay. And finally, the event's last reveal was that of SpongeBob SquarePants' new game The Cosmic Shake, which of course featured DMCA'd music as its trailer, so we can't even show that either. The very end of the stream text announced that the company has 42 games in development. 28 of them are yet to be announced, so this possibly won't be the last time we hear from THQ Nordic this year. Having a game with a licensed IP is always an issue. When the license is over, publishers normally bin the product and move on. Well, longtime publisher and developer Funcom has sidestepped this issue by buying out the IP's holders instead. Having several Conan the Barbarian games under their belt, one being a middling MMORPG, a once April Fool's joke, and a successful survival sim, Funcom has opted to buy out its IP holders' Cabinet Entertainment, which includes other IPs such as tabletop IP Mutant, which spawned the XCOM-like Mutant Year Zero game, which they also published. So quite possibly we'll be seeing more from Funcom and those games in the future. On September 10th, action MMORPG Elyon publisher Kakao announced that not only will the game be delayed from September 29th, which they said they'd locked in to the date, to October 20th, but will be changing business model from buy once to a free-to-play model. Anyone who bought into the base game early, why would you though, will receive 2,000 rubies, its premium currency, in compensation, as well as the head start being bumped from 24 hours to 72 hours instead across all packages, with the higher price tiers getting more rubies to balance this out. In the post, Kakao stated that anyone not happy with the changes should contact customer support as soon as possible. We'll put the link in the description below. And we continue on with delays, as Total War devs Creative Assembly tweeted out the Total War Warhammer 3 has been delayed from its 2021 release to early 2022. Given the current climate, it's not really surprising, but it's kind of a blow for the fans. This is the final game in the trilogy of games, and if true to form, this will be the final armies left to be released for the ability to combine all 3 games into one huge campaign. And as soon as Krem stopped typing this section, 3 more games announced their delays. That of Ubisoft Rocksmith Plus, delayed to 2022 due to closed beta feedback, and that of Techland's Dying Light 2, delaying its zombie open world sequel again from December 7th till February 4th, 2022, although press and content creators will get their hands on the game next month. Another delay is that of DICE's Battlefield 2042, although this only had a small bump from the 22nd of October to the 19th of November, so at least one game is staying in 2021. With 2022 being quite packed already, we'll keep you updated on any new dates. And now it's time for releases, but before we get to this week's releases, let's talk about a release that blindsided us last week. Game developer Toby Fox, the mastermind behind the award-winning indie titles Undertale and Deltarune, dropped a surprise release date on his Twitter account, inciting fan hysteria. The tweet, posted on September 15th, featured a 38-second teaser, at the end revealing, completely unexpected mind you, that Chapter 2 would become available at 8 PM EST on the 17th. Those flocking to the website prior to the release were greeted by a countdown, further hyping the content drop. The news came during a livestream of Deltarune Chapter 1, originally released in 2018, put on to commemorate Undertale's 6th anniversary. Well, the game is now out. Check out deltarune.com for more information on how to get this title, available on both PC and Mac for free as a demo while the rest of the game is being made. And now on to this week's releases. Starting on September 21st, we have Sheltered 2. Building upon the original 2015 fan favourite, Sheltered 2 brings new challenges and deeper strategic gameplay. You are tasked with creating a leader and building up your faction whilst managing resources and tackling threats both natural and human. Everything from starvation and dehydration to radiation poisoning and enemy raids can prove fatal. Out for PC. On the 23rd, we have Diablo 2 Resurrected. Words barely need be saying about this game. It's Diablo 2. If, and a big if, you can push aside what's currently happening in Activision Blizzard, there's a great classic in this. It's coming to all platforms. We also have Sable. Embark on a unique and unforgettable journey and guide Sable through her gliding, a rite of passage that will take her across vast deserts and mesmerizing landscapes, capped by the remains of spaceships and ancient wonders. This is coming exclusively to Xbox systems, PC, and of course Game Pass. Next up on the 24th, we have Lost Judgment. Follow-up to Ryuga Gotoku Studios' Yakuza spin-off, Judgment, players control private detective Takayuki Yagami as he investigates a criminal accused of both sexual harassment and murder. This game features stealth segments, trailing missions, platforming segments, and a school stories system featuring new side quests with secondary characters, coming to PlayStation and Xbox platforms. Next up, Death Stranding's director's cut is the final version of Hideo Kojima's Mailman walking sim, although not actually named by him. This version has new tools for Sam to deliver items across the destroyed world, new fun side activities, and a new action-based side story are part of this PlayStation 5 exclusive title. And that's it for this week's A Few Bits of News. Tune in next Monday for more news across the gaming industry, and as always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, as well as hit that bell to get notified of the next video. If you'd like to chat with us live, then come join me every Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday evening over on Twitch, link in the description. Otherwise, we'll see you below in the comments.